Okay, so this is about the last time I was out at Project 211. I want you to take a look at this ground first before I show you the tree planting plan. This is the front lot here, okay? It's a 3.5 acre lot and it encompasses the lake on the right. But it's going to be kind of important on the tree plan when you see the way I have it all laid out. So this property is all CRP basically, except for that tree row in the middle, which is the creek that runs through the property. So look at it now, and then let's go take a look at the tree planting plan and see how this property will change. Okay, so you're going to have to stick with me on this. It's a very detailed plan, but I'm going to tell you it is very aggressive, but it is going to make this property just incredible. So this is the front lot here, about like this, 3.5 acres. It's actually square, but on this map it's a little bit angled. So you could see here, okay, all of this in black is all tree planting. So you see right here at the front, first of all, that this entire thing is going to be boxed in with trees, this first lot. And actually the entire front is, because I'm going to plant trees on my own, the extra ones up here on this fence line as well. Alright, so you could see here we're going to be planting this entire perimeter. Alright, but what I just showed you, the first flyover, is, let me get a little different color here. Alright, the drone shot that you just saw was like this, okay? We were flying this way down to this center creek. Okay, and this here is the center creek. So on this front that you just saw, that was all grass, okay? This entire perimeter is going to be tree, loblolly pine planting. And in the center here, you could see this middle is going to separate this thing. So we're going to have one field here. These are very large, by the way. We're going to have a second field here, a third right here, and a fourth right here. So it will separate the property with these nice big patches of woods here once they grow in a couple years. And there's potential for resale. If a guy ever wanted to divide this up in multiple parcels, you're going to have these natural tree barriers here, okay, that are dividing the entire property. So that's another like plan C down the road, but it's going to make it much better. So let's take a quick drone flight, and I'm going to show you right now, I'm going to show you this middle area on the drone. Then I'm going to clean up this map, and I'll show you how the planting is going to occur. Okay, so we're headed right to the creek here. This is the creek that separates the property right now. Take a look at the sporadic trees in here. All right, these are all hardwood trees, but I'm going to show you the map now. We're going to plant both sides of this creek with pines and really beef up this center plot of woods. All right, back to the map. So this here is the center plot of woods, okay? Right now, this is the existing woods right here. This little skinny line, this is pretty much the existing woods that you just saw. So we're going to be planting it from here, okay, all the way over to here like this. So this thing is now going to be, I don't have the exact measurements, but probably about 200 yards wide. It's going to be fantastic cover, and it's already a travel route, okay? The deer already travel north and south through this patch of woods. Just imagine it when this whole thing is all woods, all right? So that's the center portion of it. Now we're doing this in stages. This first one is going to be planted right away this spring. This one is going to be planted right away this spring. And the rest of these are going to be next spring or not planted at all. Okay, I did miss one for this spring. This is G here. This will also be planted this spring. And the reason we're breaking this up into parts is multiple reasons, but obviously it's like 65 acres total, so that's just too much for me to do in one season. These other sections here, like this section right here, I think this section here, and one other one possibly here. What we're going to do is let these trees grow this April so he can go back out and look at what's coming up naturally. And if it's a good mix of oak, okay, and hardwoods and naturally occurring things, guess what? We won't even need to plant it at all, but it'll still be considered a tree planting, and it'll stay that way in the CRP plan, okay? If it's coming up with a bunch of non-desirable trees, okay, then we start over. Then we kill it off with Roundup, all right, and maintain it throughout the year, and then next year I'll be planting pines there. So it's really nice the foresters working with us on this, that we may not have to plant 10 to 20 acres of this ground, but yet it'll still be in a tree program and still be getting the CRP contract money every year. So that is basically it in a nutshell. But look at this island of trees down here, right below, right there. You see that patch of hardwoods? Basically, the pine planting is going to come out past that, about where the trail is you see on the left. So both sides of this are going to be just a beautiful, thick pine planting. And this is what's going to separate the center of the property. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned and watch how we progress on this. It's going to be a little bit at a time, little bits at a time, but it's going to be pretty exciting. So stay tuned. I appreciate you following us. Hopefully you can learn something with all this, because I'm constantly learning literally every day about all of these things. Even though I've been doing it for a long time, it's always a learning curve. So we'll catch up with you on the next go around. Take care.